Okay, and that didn't work. All right. We are live, just in camera position. Hello, everybody. Hey, kids. This is Try the Avatar, a free-to-play game. Assuming everybody can hear me, I should say. But, we are a MMO online and offline. Go to shroudoftheavatar.com to download the client. We have hundreds of zones to explore and loads of good stuff to play. And a friendly community. Yay! We will, on today's stream, this is the release 122 stream. This is 122nd month straight that we have had an update to the game.
It's a lot.
It is. And trust me, we are all burnt. We were actually, I'm breaking in the middle of my thing here, but Lainey, myself, and Allium were all in Universal Chat yesterday chatting with the players, and we were all fried. It's been a really, every month at the end of the month, it's just like everything, you know? Plus
who are you? You mentioned these other people, but who are you?
Oh, well, I'm Ravalox, but I'm not there yet. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm interrupting my own script. One of these days, can't be too professional, I suppose. All right, so let me see where we are. Yes, release 122 of Shroud of the Avatar. We will be having at least 2 prize drawings during this stream. We will add a drawing for each completed hype train in Twitch. To enter the drawing, say the phrase "Cold Winter, Warm Heart" in-game using any type of chat. Universal, zone, party, whispers, whatever. It doesn't matter. And the comma is optional because, you know, I set that up just in case somebody forgot the comma. But it's supposed to be "Cold Winter, comma, Warm Heart." That's I think that's everything I had to say, and Keith, correct me if I missed something. Now we can move into our introductions. My name is Stephen Reinen, and I am the current chief cook and bottle washer for the game. And I go by Ravalox, so you might see me in game poking around as Ravalox, or see me up here and in my alternate personality of Steven. So, on to you, Keith.
I'm Keith Quinn. I go by Sannio on the forums and the game, and I wear a lot of hats. I do the short of it is I do quest stuff, I do world building, and I implement player-owned towns. And in there come other things like puzzles and bad guy fights and stuff like that. Yeah. Later on, we're going to talk about Sneak Scene, which is a new scene I made that has some weird mechanics in it.
Yep. Of course, now I can't find the channel I need. Oh, it's right at the top. I'm in that channel. Yay. So I have more stuff that I have trying to get organized.
While you're looking at that, I'll mention for players in the live stream, if you didn't realize, Ravalox and I are both in the game right now with our characters. You can see on the screen we're both juggling. This is Sannio and the Ravalox character. We are in a scene called Castle Atos. So if you know the game, if you know where Sultan or Solus Bridge outskirts, that sort of area of the Novia continent, Castle Atos is in that area. If you come inside Castle Atos, go all the way to the back by the castle, that's where we are. And people start to gather around here, and we just do some emotes, do some juggling, do a little spinning, some dancing while we do the live stream.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes there's a big fight at the end. I can't guarantee that though.
Thank you, Mandalar, for the resub. 41 times resubbing. Awesome. See, I'm gonna even try to keep up with that stuff for a while here. Hollyhawk, resub 34 times. Awesome. Thank you. I feel weird doing that, but I think that's the way it's supposed to be.
It's always weird because we're not people who sell ourselves,
yeah,
and so
exactly.
it always feels like you're shilling.
Yeah,
But we do appreciate it. Anytime someone gets a subscription or gives subscriptions, that's awesome, and we appreciate it.
yep. No, it definitely helps. I mean, we when we say we're a free to play game, we are so free to play. The prices that we have in our Crown store are actually pretty reasonable in comparison to AAA titles and things like that. Uh, I think our mounts are like half or one third of the price of some of the other games that are out there. So it really does help to sub here. Of course, is we do get something from Twitch for that, but especially subbing in the game, which brings into some other things. We can go out of order on some of my stuff here, but we are looking to expand our subscriptions. I have a work order in for Tassilo, our IT guy, on the website to implement a change that will allow you guys to have a choice between the standard subscription that we have now, which is $9 a month, or go up a second tier and a third tier. So the second tier will be $18 a month, and you'll get 2,000 Kodos plus everything else that you normally get on the first tier, which is there's potions and dyes every few months. There's titles. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Too many things for me to mention now because I don't have anything in front of me. And so go to the website and check that out. So the second tier will give you more Kodos and a higher percentage of Kodos for the money, and everything that's below. Then the third tier of subscription will be, I believe it's like 3,500 or 3,600 Kodos, something like that. When it gets up on the website, then we'll have more details because I forget the actual specs on what we put together. But that's coming, and that'll give you guys an opportunity to help support the game more. We are also working on reactivating the website shop as opposed to the Crown store. So during our streams, we'll be able to better control and put things on sale individually, and or have way deeper discounts because I just feel like it at that moment. So those things will give you guys better opportunities to help us get some money and continue the development of the game. So.
A lot of those kind of things, I'll point out, people might assume it, but just to confirm, a lot of that is important setup. Like the in-game store or even the website store, there's like a process you have to follow currently, and usually it might take weeks or more for the changes to roll into the whatever the interface is going to be. But if we could sort of set it so that we can sort of like do it on the fly, then that would be extra cool during live streams. We could have like a special, I don't know, randomly we could say like, oh, such and such is going to be on sale for like 20% off for the next 15 minutes. That'd be awesome.
Exactly, right. And speaking of which as well, we currently have a sale on Kodos, so if you want to buy crowns for the Crown store, on the website, in the website store under add-ons, the crowns are on sale for 20% off. And the Crown store sales, which we can't control, because the game itself uses basically some RNG to select what items will be on sale for a 2-hour period in its first sale section, its category. Those are normally 20%. We have increased that to 30%. So you could buy stuff in game with crowns for 30% off if they're on sale. Speaking also of that, we have new items in the Crown store, and this is another place where I intended to have something up so I can reference. So now I got some more screens around so I can get there. Delay. And okay, so this. this. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we have some new stuff going into the Crown Store this month. Of course, this is Valentine's Day month for most of us. I think pretty much everybody celebrates that. But we have added in a heart-themed and rose-themed sets of gift boxes. Those have a year stamp on them as well. They are only available during the Valentine's Day season, as it were. I forget the exact date that they come off. I believe that it's going to be sometime early April, possibly in March. I can't remember, but you know, these things I really need to document better for my notes for these things. I'll get better, I swear, someday. So there's 3 sets. There's a rectangle, square, and round, like hat box shaped type of present with bows and all that type of stuff. So we did a very similar set for Halloween. So we got this one for Valentine's Day, and going forward, we'll probably have a similar set for other seasonal holidays and or events throughout the year. And these look really good, so go check those out. Those are in the store right now. They went live with release 122. Also in the store is a portrait painting type of thing of one of the players, a Ravalox Darkshire.
Who's that?
I don't know. I have no idea. Geez. Well, again, story here is that I approached Dennis Loubet. Those of you I'm sure that a lot of folks who play Shadow of the Avatar know who he is.
He's kind of a famous artist in the fantasy set.
Yeah, and he's done artwork for pretty much every Ultima single player game cover. All those covers were done by Dennis, as well as other art for the Ultima series and things along those lines. So, and he's done art for Shadow of the Avatar as well. And he does, what is commissions? This is actually, about 2 years ago I commissioned this painting, and it due to COVID and all sorts of other stuff, and it took this long to get it done. But finally got it into the game, and it's available in the store. So there you go. If you want a picture of me, then you could go get it. Hang that in your house. We also have added the Red Barn to the store. That was a house that was built by Scotty quite some time ago, and I think it was on the website back in the day, but it was never added to the Crown Store. So we got it added to the Crown Store now, and it's available at this very moment. There are other things that are coming into the store during the month. On the 1st of February, we have a login reward that'll also be added to the store, and that's a box of chocolates, which is heart themed or Valentine's themed, and then we also have heart themed cake, a cookie plate, and a cookie plate that were subscriber rewards that'll be added into the store. I think it's on the 9th, whatever the second Friday of the month is. And then also a sigil pack, sigil plaque pack will be there. And there's also a treats, a tray of tantalizing treats, which is basically cupcakes and some other stuff on there, which is also heart themed and along those lines. So, okay, so that's interesting. All right, so let me see where am I? Okay. All right. Next, this is basically the housekeeping section. we're still working on the 2024 roadmap. I'll get that published up on the forums as soon as I have all the details together. I still need to have one more meeting with the team to discuss details and verbiage, and then we'll put that up. We're a little later than usual. Generally, on the annual basis, we get that out by the first release in January, but we're a little bit late on that, so we'll get that going shortly. So I wanted to mention that I have finally finished putting together all the bug rewards, and I'll be distributing those either later tonight or tomorrow, depending on whether or not my battery lasts. So, and also the 10th anniversary cloaks will be going out sometime over the next few days as well. Either they'll go out right after the bug rewards, or basically Laney and I we're shipping out a lot of stuff. As you guys know, the players know that Laney is mailing out the 10th anniversary plaques, which are a reward for anybody who logged in during our event week, and she's there's a lot. I mean, it's not a few. There are a ton of these. There's a lot of accounts, a lot of people log into the game. So she's been chiseling away at that for some time, and she'll be continuing that work as the days go forward here. I was also asked to mention that the prizes that we give out today will probably be sent out on Monday. So Laney will be unavailable, or probably unavailable over the weekend. So give that to him. So let's see where. Okay, so the new deeds. Everybody's been anxiously awaiting this and very patient. Thank you very much. I am working on the water lot deeds for POTs, which will be in the upgrade chain, and the half row lot. So these are due to be in the game the release 123, which is the end of February. I'm crossing my fingers that I get that in there. That's my highest priority this month for development stuff, and we'll see if we can get that finished. If I can only get, at minimum one or the other will get in, and more than likely I'll do the half row lot first, and then I'll go on to the water lot deeds. But I'm going to try to get those all in for this release.
How is a half row lot going to work? The players want to know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
basically, ask my belt on a rose.
Okay. So basically, the half row lot is going to be literally half the length, the depth of a row lot. So you won't be able to place a building on it, right? When I say building, a house on it. But the intention there is that way people could.
You place a basement on there?
Yeah, you'll be able to place a basement and
teleporters, decorations that are outside.
Exactly right. The vendor, the player vendor is where I was heading with that. So that's the primary intention and purpose behind it. It was requested that they had a smaller lot, and so that way they could get their player vendors and POTs closer together. This will be a POT only deed. We're not going to rework any of the NPC scenes to have half row lot locations in them. So, the one thing that I'm still debating and weighing is if I'm going to actually create a half row lot deed, or if I'm just going to say that it's a half row lot and it could use the row lot deed. This still needs to be discussed internally, so as they say, don't lawyer me. But basically, I don't see any reason to change the the deco limits or light limits or vendor limits or anything like that on this type of lot, because you're limited by the space, right? So I think that should be sufficient. So the only question in my mind is whether or not it'll be confusing that you use a roll lot deed for it or not. Again, this will be discussed internally, and we'll figure it out one way or the other. It will be made. So let's see here. The web store, make a difference. We have an update in the newsletter. We have donated, I think it was like $487 to charities for this last update, and normally we round that up, so I'll probably get an update back from Chris to let me know if he updated that, and I'll let you guys know if he threw more money at the charities, because that's generally what we end up doing. Currently that's what it is, and I already went over the plans for the web store. So we're going to add some more items into the store, as well as making the cash shop available during streams. The last item that I had is a notice that we put into the release notes. I still have yet to do a forum post on this with more details. We will be having a best dressed avatar or Outlander, best dressed Outlander contest on the 24th of February at 2 p.m. Central, or 2 p.m. NBT, as everybody likes to say, New Britannian time. We'll during the stream we'll take you over momentarily to the location of the venue. Let me see. Actually, I'm going to do that right now while we're talking.
I don't know if it's on the to-do list, but someone pointed out before, wondering if we had done Ask a Dev yet, which obviously we haven't. But if there's any Ask a Dev questions that seem relevant to today's topics, maybe we can bring them up.
Yep, exactly. Oh, and I did update. I went through all the Ask a Devs for the last, I think, since March, and posted the forum thread. We have a forum thread which is Ask a Dev Answers. Ask a Devs that weren't jokes, weren't bug reports, weren't wish list items, and anything else that's not really relevant to Ask a Dev. I did post the answers up there. And these are things that we didn't answer live on stream or whatever.
Posted them where, on the message board?
Yep, that's on the forums. So this is Lainey has done a wonderful job. You don't get to see the inside until the day we actually have the event. But this is the location that we have made. Well, Lainey has made for the best dressed Outlander contest, fashion show type thing. So I gotta figure out the wording in my head for that. But there you go. That's what it looks like, and it is awesome. I think she's outdone herself, and I know others have said the same. So I believe that this is awesome, and can't wait to show off the inside. I mean, we're so tempted, but nope, it's gonna wait. It's gonna be a thing. So okay, going back to where you are, and I believe, apart from one item, which I want to remind everybody,
They saw the pink flamingo.
What pink flamingo? I don't know what you're talking about. That would have to be Lainey's pink flamingo. All right, so
Topic for another discussion.
Yes, it is.
You'll have to wait about that.
Yeah. More to come. All right, so where am I? Okay, so a couple of things. Yeah, so a general thing, of course, we know that this community is one of the nicer communities out there. In fact, we're more of a family than anything else. You guys are great, and are friendly to the new players, which I please continue to do. We have actually seen a 30% increase in player population and activity over the last, let's say, 4 months. I think that number is a little bit different, but 3 to 4 months. And this is an upward swing, which is great. It means we're doing things right, and we're going to continue to do stuff that will improve the game and make it better and more welcoming to new players. Please keep that in mind when you're, making public jokes, per se. That new players are seeing this, and if they don't understand, then they might be driven away. And trolling is definitely something that hurts us. Constructive criticism of the game is welcome, but constructive. If you're going to just troll, then we're going to call you out on it. We're going to suspend you. We're going to, delete the posts, things like that. That's the bottom line. We have enough, folks that are out there in Reddit and everything still rehashing stuff that we don't have anything to do with. This is a new team. It's a new company, a new situation, and the project is moving forward, and we're refactoring stuff. In fact, this whole year of 2024, there's going to be there's reorganizations going in, new policies coming out, things along those lines. So that's going to be a big part of what's our plan for 2020 and 2024 is going to be is to get these things solidified and continue moving forward in a better direction. You guys are here helping us do that. Without the community, there is no game. So obviously we want you to be happy, but we also need you to support the game, and not only support the game financially, but support the game by helping the new players and guiding them, because obviously this is a complex game. Some of the complexities, I mean, we can't get rid of them. We can't change the game in that to that amount of structure, nor do I think we would want to, because after all, it is a Lord British game, and Richard, Lord British, has always wanted the players to figure things out. It's always been the thing for Ultima, going all the way back to 1980. So with that said, new players, they might need a little helping hand here and there to figure things out. The best way to play the game, or what all the different areas of the game that are available to them. This is not your common MMO. So it's a good thank you to everybody who's out there helping those folks, and welcome to the new players. And if you want to be a little snarky, please keep that between your guild or party chat and stuff like that. Universal chat is definitely not the place to do that. Okay, and it's a no harm, no foul. Not upset at anybody. Just we're really looking to try to grow the game, and want to make sure that we have every opportunity to be successful. For you and for us. So. All right, with all that said, I think I am done with my spiel.
You got a prize name coming up?
Yes, we have a prize name coming up.
Nice.
Yes, absolutely.
Getting eager.
So, okay, guys. I'm going to run prizes now, and I'll do one prize now, and I'll wait 5 minutes, and I'll do the second prize. So if anybody hasn't said the phrase, which is cold winter, warm heart, you need to say that in-game, in chat, in any type of chat we have in-game, whether it be a whisper, universal, or zone, party, guild, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Do it. Yeah. Whisper it to yourself if you want, whatever.
Yeah. As long as it gets into the chat thing, then it'll go in. And capitalization is not an issue, and punctuation shouldn't be an issue either. Okay, let's get There's too many windows that I have to do. Oh man, it wants me to log in.
So what's next? What are we going for next besides the prize now?
Okay, I think we are at that point where we could start talking about Grusk.
Sneak scene. Oh no, I see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sneak scene. Yes, you are correct. Sneak scene. I got things on my brain. Give me a second. I just need to hit a button here, otherwise I'm gonna get.
For those who don't know what Grusk is a scene that we have. So we have our main area, which is Novia, continents, Novia and Hidden Vale. We also have the episode 2 area. If you have episode 2, there's basically 3 main islands in Mistrender, which is the episode 2 area. Center Island, if you go north from the starting area from Port Harmony, you go into sort of like a sort of a sulfur wasteland sort of area. Just, hook a right and go to the shoreline. You'll see Grusk. It's a city. There's some wilderness around it, but for the most part, it's a city. It's a cobalt city. We have a couple other cobalt areas. Usually, they're underground. They might have a little extension above ground, but usually they're underground. But Grusk is a little different. There's a lot of overland, above the ground stuff. Walls to keep them safe. They have large buildings, factory, things that run on power, such as like a trolley or several trolleys that track around the whole area. But also, it's got this sort of big smog-like cloud overhead, probably from the factory stuff. But there you go. So that's Grusk.
So
very proud of Grusk. I like Grusk.
Thank you to Tular for resub 37 times. So we have loyal players. This is great. And Sinash Kasigal has cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much. So, and remember, if you guys do a hype stream, which I guess is probably not likely today, but if you do a hype stream, then we will add more prizings to the list. More drawings. Okay, so did this, yeah, it came through, right? I didn't hear it. Yes, it did. Okay, good. All right, so we have one set of prizes allotted, and we have a few more minutes before we will go ahead and hit the button for the final prize drawing for the day. Okay, so before we move on, this next section of the stream has been brought to you by the Kobolds of Grusk, making the devices you love to use since 7331 Zersden. Grusk's governor, Chalkwicket, would like to stress that they are not the cause of the smog seen in the Grusk area. At least that's his opinion. So, we will now move on, and I'm going to go ahead and go into Kingsport, I think, right?
Mm-hmm. So we're going to wait to announce the prize name. We're going to do both at the same time?
Yeah, I think we'll do that.
Okay, gotcha. So we're going to talk about Sneak Scene, right? That's what we're doing?
Yes.
So there are a few innkeepers in Novia and Hidden Vale. How many did I make? I forget, 7? 8?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Like
yeah.
They are familiar with some place called Sneak Scene, perhaps. Maybe they know something about a key. Oh, they're very vague about it. If you find one of the innkeepers that is willing to talk about the key, you might actually get one from them. That's good. You want to hold on to it. Probably you also want to like loop around that building, the inn. If it is a building, it might actually be like an open air thing. But anyway, loop around. Look for a certain type of hatch, a notable hatch around the back or the side. So we can see right there, Stephen has a notable hatch. There's like a red piece of wood across the top. What's the word I give it?
Unassuming.
Unassuming hatch. I forget. That you throw out like a little phrase and it's forgettable even to you. But it's an unassuming hatch. You go. All the Sneak Scene hatches are going to be the same. They have the same visual and they have the same sort of label, which is unassuming hatch. You don't need the key to get in the hatch. You can actually go into the hatch and you'll be like in the lobby. It's a solo scene, and you'll need the key to participate in the training exercise that's available in the scene. So Sneak Scene is sort of a flip side to Courage Club. That's the starting point anyway. If you know what Courage Club is, it's another situation where if you get a key from a certain guard who might know about it, you can access a hatch, and you go into like a small underground arena, and you'll fight the bad guys one at a time. And as you fight the bad guys, you can loot them as normal, but you can also get coins, and you turn into coins for rewards. And for Courage Club, there are 11 bad guys in total that you fight one at a time. So Sneak Scene sort of has some parallels to that, which is when you. Well, I'll describe some of that part when we actually see it. But the parallels I've already mentioned is that you get a key, you can go inside the hatch, and then you can start participating in the situation. I'll mention also the first Sneak Scene key is going to be free. So Stephen, our faces are blocking it, but I think you just got the key for free, right?
Yep.
You can always go back and get another key, but it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you 1 nightshade. So a trivial charge, but that's what it cost you. I don't know what they do with the nightshade. Maybe they do something nefarious with it afterwards, but yeah, we don't know. We got a little hint there. You had the key, so you get the little sort of location marker glow thing going on.
Okay, we're going in.
I'm going to watch over your shoulder. Potentially, I might actually be able to zone into the scene and just sort of hang out in the lobby. I think that might be okay. Although, thinking about it, there's some delicate stuff going on in the scene, so maybe I actually won't go in there. It is a scene. You're in there by yourself. So he's now appearing in the lobby. I'm going to point out some things that are important. So first thing is there's the Overseer right there who has some information. Overseer will restate, they'll mention a few things, but there's 3 important points that'll come up. And if you want to talk to, we'll see.
Do you want me to go through any of the conversation, or?
You can click it, and I'll just sort of give the overview. Okay. The Overseer basically will clarify that this is Sneak Scene. There are several warehouses that are all strung together in a row. They similar to Courage Club. You will earn coins as you complete each warehouse, and you can turn in those coins to get rewards. You get better and better coins as you go through to the deeper and deeper places. It's not about murder. It's not actually about using your stealth skill. It is about avoiding the light that surrounds a sentry guard in each warehouse. So you'll see when Steam goes in there, but what we'll do in a second, let me explain some stuff. I will admit that we don't have good proper stealth mechanics for NPCs in the way that you'll see that I'm using it. So that's why the skill doesn't work. It's some of that stuff is meant to be a combat situation, and I did not want combat in this scene. So some players may remember that now and again you will approach an NPC, you'll sort of pass them, get close to them, and you will be pulled into that NPC's conversation. So that's actually the mechanic going on here. If you're close to the NPC, you'll get pulled into their conversation, and they'll point out, "Oh, I caught you. Your session is over. Come again in an hour." So that's the main mechanic. So avoid the guards. Each room has a timer, so do that room within the timer. Timer is 60 seconds per room. And I can't remember the third thing. What's the third thing? Oh, and turn in your coins for rewards. So if you want to turn around, so you're looking at the Overseer right now, but we can turn around, and there's 2 things of note when you do turn around. So there is a big clock in front of you. Each room will have 2 clocks. This bigger clock is the global clock. If the global clock runs out before you've done all the rooms, then time's up and you're done. Each room has a smaller set of clocks basically on each wall that will let you know what the room's clock is. So the small clock, 60 seconds. The bigger clock counts for each room plus a few seconds between each as a sort of a fudge number. If you ever want to leave, you can always click the ladder and you'll return to wherever you just came from. Besides the clock, the second big thing is to the left of the clock is a gate with a key. A lock. The key that we collected from the innkeeper above will open that lock. But don't open that yet. Turn a little bit left for a little bonus item that we're going to look on the wall. So if you look on the wall, there's a banner. This is a new banner. If you do enough of the warehouse rooms, you will be awarded that banner. It's a what I call tattered banner of courage. So it's a new reward. This is where you get it. So that's it. So if you want to start, Stephen, we will see how well you do in sneak scene.
Yeah.
So
okay.
first, you have to unlock the lock. So you have the key. I think you have the key, right?
Right.
Just double click the lock and it'll open up.
Okay.
The timer will not start when the gate opens, so that's okay. You don't have to worry about it. And I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you an important tip. Don't go in. So to the right. No. Oh, you went in. That's all right.
Oops.
Keep going. Just keep going.
All right.
So you left early, but that's okay.
You were starting to say something. Oh.
Yeah, just in each sentry has a bright light at its base. So your timer is going. So you can see the blue clocks up at the top. Their timer's going.
Right.
You want to. There are 2 chests in this room. You want to loot both chests, and each chest has a coin. So you want to sneak around to the far corners without stepping into that super bright light that is around the guard. You see that the sort of red candle? There you go. That's take that. And if you do get caught by the guard, which means if you do sort of intersect with a super bright light, he will pull you into his conversation and let you know that you can fail. So the door is opened because you looted both, and now you can go into the next area, and you want to just keep going for as long as you can, room to room to room. There's at least 2 chests in each room. There might be 3. So you want to make sure you get all the chests. What should be happening is you've got all the chests when the next door opens, the next gate to the next room, but there's a bug where the gates are opening early. Not going to worry about that right now. It's not critical. Have fun while it lasts, but I'll be fixing that.
Belladonna's asking how many rooms are there?
There are 7 rooms.
I think my high score, as it were, is 15 coins before I got caught.
Yeah. So the coins are sort of, once again, parallel to Courage Club. In Courage Club, there are what's the colors I use? Bronze and silver and gold coins. And you can also trade those coins in for decorative versions. In here, there are wooden, copper, and iron coins that you are collecting right now. But if you want a decorative version, trade them in for you trade the ones you have in for the decorative coins. When you loot a chest, we've seen that the chests have a light on them. When you loot them, the light should go out to sort of let you know that it's done. A little helpful hint. The chests. Someone's bringing up. Is there a way to bring up subterfuge and related skills? Those skills. It doesn't use your skills in this scene, in this training session. It's all about you just avoiding contact with the guards. The way our conversation mechanic works is that they can see you even if you're hidden, so it doesn't do anything. It's not a combat situation. I wish it could have been more like that, but you know, the mechanics, man, I reworked the scene so many times trying to get all these different things in, and this is where I had to land. It would have been awesome to factor in that other stuff, but that would require new tech and complex new tech. So
maybe one day we can get that in there.
Yeah, this is a little bit more of like me doing a experiment using our mechanics more than like a skill experience for you guys. Owen Moon asks, how do you get the key? There are several innkeepers that will give you a key if you mention key to them. And I'll leave it up to you guys to figure out which ones. The obvious one we just went to is Kingsport, so that's the gift for you. I think probably you're gonna fail it sometime, but I kind of hope you go all the way through so players can see the other stuff.
It'll be a miracle if I make it through.
Well, you know, who knows? It could be a bug, and you know, for all you know, that none of these guards are gonna stop you.
No, I'm gonna probably get screwed here. I know at one point I got really turned around.
There was also a bug with the timers not triggering properly. I think that might be fixed, but as far as you're getting, I wonder if it's not.
Oh, we have. Oh, the I'm seeing debug stuff in my chat. I'm assuming that's because I'm on. GM
maybe that's an error then. Did the time run out? I feel like you've been in this room a long time.
Yeah, I think I have. Now I gotta figure out where the exit is. Let's see.
This sort of 3 dungeon biome themes. It starts off with a normal or dungeon construction, and then we were in like a sort of a cave, rocky area. Now we're in like a sewer area. Each room's timer doesn't start until you enter that room, but don't wait forever to enter the next room if it's available, because there's a global timer that is still tracking you. So there's like a 10-second fudge allowance that I give you, a 10-second buffer for each of the rooms.
This is the farthest I've made it actually so far.
Yeah, I feel this is probably something got bugged early on. I think in this you mentioned the errors, so something might have got bugged, and then they're not catching you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get screwed here. Yep, I'm done.
Well, go up to 1. See if this is the last room. Oh, so anyway, so this is what happens when you get. I don't know if you like their hats. We gave them the mining hats to sort of. You know, they have torches, but no matter what, they have the mining hats, and that gives the light source, I guess.
Yep. So there you go. I legitimately
maybe the early.
I legitimately got caught. I mean, that was like, I wouldn't have been able to get out of that one.
So go into the dark corner to the west, southwest.
Okay.
So that's the last exit right over there. So if you finish this room, this exit would open. Stephen, if you want to, you can slew through there if you want to.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Slew is a cheat flying thing that we can do. Go really slow, I guess, like 11 or something. So there's the gate in front of them. As you go through the gate, there's a second gate, just a sort of a buffer, just to ensure that you're far enough away from those guys. And then you keep going here, and now you're in sort of like a bunk area behind the curtain. I don't know if you remember that curtain when you were in the lobby, but now basically you're in the extension of the lobby. So there you go. Now you're back to start. So if you finish the whole thing, you're actually back where you started, and you can easily exit up the ladder.
Yep.
So I mentioned that I have a short list of bugs that I'm still looking into. Maybe Stephen and I will talk about this afterwards, and also mention hopefully whatever we found was like a real bug and not because he's a dev.
Yeah, I kind of feel that this might be because I have a dead client that I'm seeing these messages, but I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway, there you go. Let's sneak scene. If you want to talk to the overseer, I think you have some coins if you want to show the trade situation. Oh, before you do that, one of the trick I wanted to bring up is longtime players may realize that the first time you get loot in a session, there's like an extra pause as I guess as the game sorts through loot bundles or something. But there's like a if you kill a rabbit or get a reward from the oracle or something, there's like an extra pause. I don't want you to have that extra pause here. I can't stop it. So what I did was something that you can do for yourself. So if you exit the conversation and turn around 180 and look at the clock, underneath the clock is a breakable crate. Get to the right of the clock, breakable crate. So my recommendation is before you go into the scene, break that crate, get the loot. So that way you have the delay right here before you even go in, and you don't have any delays when you're looting, when the timer's on you and you're trying to loot those coins.
Gotcha.
I did that like 3 or 4 times when I was first setting up some of this stuff. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I got to do something about it. Most players will probably have looted something else before they get in here, and that's great. You're okay. If you haven't looted anything, then break that crate. Break the crate before you go in. You'll thank me.
Cool.
So now you've done it. You've got some secret flags on yourself that says you completed it. You cannot do it again right away. You have to go get a new key. When you get a new key, it's reset some flags, do some behind the scenes magic, and then you can come back in here and dungeon should be reset. You cannot get a key more than once per hour. We have like what's called an hourly flag that blocks you from getting the key more than once an hour. But I'll point out that an hourly flag resets on the hour. So if you get it at say like 3:59 p.m., you go do sneak scene and you come back and at 4:01 p.m., you can get a replacement key. But the thing is, you won't be able to get another key until 5 o'clock, 5:01 p.m. So once you're in the sequence, you'll start to see how it works.
So
potentially, your timing will allow you to get a key back to back.
Cool. So just to throw in, that was weird. So
let me answer one question first.
Yeah.
So Azurian Dufresnes asks, so what can you buy with these coins now? So these coins are similar to Courage Club, where once a day you can turn those coins in for a golden experience reward from the Overseer. If you don't want to do that, you could always turn some amount of coins in for decorative versions of the coins, and there's no limit on how often you can do that. So that's what you do. The banner, the tattered banner of courage, that's just something you can get for free after you do the first 3 rooms.
Yeah, and he's actually offering that to me.
Yep.
Right in here. So I'm not going to get it now. I'll do that later.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can only get one of those tattered banner of courage. Ever.
So what I wanted to mention was that currently the key giver in Celestis has got an issue, but they have a patch that's going to come in the next 24 hours that will should fix that, right?
Yeah, I set her up mostly properly, except that one dumb thing, which is I didn't hook up the NPC to the proper conversation. So the NPC still has a generic "I'm a merchant" responses instead of the unique responses that she will have once the fix is it.
Yep.
Owlsley says 1 banner per character or per account? Per character. It's the usual quest reward situation when it's only one per quest is finished.
Cool. And I just want to thank Christ Pallid for resubbing for 37 times. And Sinash Kazagol, another 100 bits. Cheered. Thank you. And, okay.
I think my Twitch, I think I probably need to refresh the page because I was very delayed from what you were doing, I think. So like I said, don't go in there. You were probably in there for like 30 seconds already.
Yeah, it's well, I kind of jumped the gun as you were saying it. I was moving forward.
Yeah. So there you go, everyone. That's Sneak Scene. If you have more questions, spit them out. Definitely, if you see any bugs, please post them in the forums. I know I got some of them fixed, but the problem is I didn't know how extensive the fix would work. Like I knew it would fix some things. It should fix other things. I don't know how much of those other things got fixed. When Steven walked around, I think it didn't get as much as I thought it did. So your feedback and your details that you give will be important for me to fix some of these things.
Cool. All right,
it's good to know that you actually were able to sneak past this, guys, and we saw at the very end you actually got caught in the conversation. So the guards were actually working fine, so that's good to know.
Yeah.
And it's really just the doors are opening early. Is what it is. And I saw it. So room number 2 had a bug where it said if you only have to loot 1 chest in order for the door to open instead of all 3 chests. But I fixed that. Maybe it's actually not on the live server right now. Maybe that was the problem. But anyway, good job, Steven.
Gotcha. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I saw Belladonna actually said very good job too. So thanks a lot. I don't know. It's, I actually kind of find that to be fun. Going through that type of stuff. I miss playing as much as I used to. And actually, I've been Flair. I've been going out with Flair and Merrick and a bunch of other folks, and starting to play again. So
there's something else I should add to. So Courage Club, as you're defeating challengers in Courage Club, you get positive courage. So that's one of our virtues: truth, love, and courage. There's sort of like a little karma system behind the scenes that affects some items, like your. If you actually do go through the whole main storyline, you'll get the actual shroud of the avatar, and it could be light or dark depending upon some of your stats. So courage is facing enemies and even though they may be tougher than you. I guess it's sort of a courage definition. So Sneak Scene is kind of the flip side of that. So the opposite of, I'm being liberal with my opposite of courage. So opposite of courage is not always cowardice and running away. Cowardice, opposite of negative courage, in some of the ways I reinterpret it, it can mean being a bully. So if you and your buddies gang up on somebody, it's not really a fair fight, and so that's a negative courage situation. It could also be if you're avoiding combat. You're not even necessarily running away. You're avoiding combat, so that's a negative courage situation. So, so Sneak Scene is about negative courage. So when you go through, and as you're doing, going through the training exercise, potentially you are earning negative courage points. If you absolutely don't want negative courage points on your character, you might want to avoid the scene, I guess, or do it once and then maybe not. When Steven left early, so if you leave early in Courage Club, which means you basically leave before the second fight happens or something, you get a super puny, trivial amount of negative courage in Courage Club. It's immediately wiped away just by sort of staying and fighting with another guy. In Sneak Scene, when Steven left early, he got a super puny, tiny amount of positive courage. Because it kind of has to be like the opposite of the negative courage that the scene is based on. So, but he quickly sort of wiped that away when he just kept going with it. So keep that in mind. There are some virtue effects that happen in Sneak Scene, like Courage Club.
I actually expected that when it said that the overseer noted that I left early, I thought that I wouldn't be able to go back in.
No, it's just a once a day penalty. So there's a daily flag controlling that. Like Courage Club, there's a once a day check. Did you leave early? You did. I'm not going to bother checking it ever again for the rest of the day. Same thing with this. Did you leave the warehouse early? You did. Okay, I'm going to let you know. There's a super trivial, puny penalty, and I'm not going to check it all for the rest of the day.
Right.
But if you come back tomorrow and do it again, and if you leave early again, they note it again.
Right. To Laura saying sneaking can be courageous. Sneaking around a bunch of ancient dragons is risky, right? But in this scenario, you are supposed to be like an assassin or a thief, and
potentially.
Yeah. So
be a spy. You can be a good guy and still want to sneak around. But as far as like our mechanics, it overlaps with, we have something that's called courage. That the obvious is courage you get for fighting challenging enemies, but the flip side can't just be running away from challenging enemies. What is the proactive thing you're doing to get the negative courage? And it is ganging up on somebody, or it's avoiding combat to get to a goal. So there you go.
All right, so let's. We got some prizing drawings, and if we can, we could probably get one or two Askadevs in here. Where's my live stream channel? I keep losing it. There it is. Okay, so do you want to split do the usual splitting of the prizes?
Sure.
Okay, which one would you like?
I'll do the characters, although the second one is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, how did that happen? Oh, you must have. Yeah.
I shared in the thing to let people know. So anyway, I'll do the characters.
Okay.
We'll give it to somebody. We'll figure out some off the cuff thing to give it to somebody else.
Yeah. We could just
I'll come up with something.
Yep. Okay.
We'll have a trivia contest or something.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So the first prize, and we have two of them to give away for each one, is a heart top hat.
Okay, and that goes to Astrodemus and Sansa Spirituality.
All right. And the second one is a
Aristodemus, sorry.
The second one is a heart-shaped console.
And the first listing is Sannio, but I'm not taking it. We're going to give it to somebody else in a second. And Elwyn Moon.
Yep. And so we'll come back around to the that one there. And,
yeah. Yep.
So Heraldry Heart Shield.
Okay, and that goes to Arya Bloodmoon and Gwendolyn Obscuro.
Okay. A heart-shaped hot tub.
One goes to Morkan, and another one goes to Rexa.
Okay. And then the last one is an ornate, large, red floral, heart-backed throne. And I know it has and a footstool. On here it's and dot.
Long one. Yeah, long one.
Yeah, it's a long one.
So one of those is going to go to, I'll say it wrong, Nefer Hermit. I don't know French. I think that's French-ish. And the other one goes to Montolio.
There you go. Cool. All right. So
congratulations. So now we got to figure out who gets the one that was supposed to go to me. Let me think.
Oh,
Give me a second.
I got away.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah.
I got a trivia question.
Oh, all right.
In the Twitch chat, or in the Twitch chat, the first person to give this answer will get the whatever the thing was I was supposed to get. What was it? The heart-shaped console.
Yeah, heart-shaped console.
And so here's the question. The question is, what is the name of Grusk's governor?
Good one.
We actually said it earlier. People are looking it up now. Type. Zone de Grusk.
Hey,
so there you go.
I trademarked that, Merrick. So
the first person that gave us the name of the governor of Grusk. Beldown Rose says, I don't speak Kobold. No. He speaks the same language as humans, whatever we speak in the game. I don't think we actually called anything.
Okay.
He speaks human.
Let me see here. While they think about that, I'm going to rattle off some Ask a Dev answers.
Yeah. If people don't get it, I will ask a different question. Let me get a timer going, actually.
Okay. All right. Good.
Let me see. I will set the timer for, we'll keep it kind of short. We'll say 3 minutes. There we go. Time's going. The Governator is not correct. Actually, that's bad, but his name is Grabberbump. No, that's not it. Actually, if anybody gets it kind of close, I'll allow spelling errors too.
Yeah.
Because basically, we're just giving this thing away. This is not like something I want to keep. I want you to have it. I might have get too specific.
And Darkwood, my favorite Ultima. Well, I shouldn't say my favorite. Favorite's a hard thing, but my first Ultima was Ultima 3, and I kind of liked. I liked playing that one. I didn't even bother trying to beat the game for months. I just kept on just playing it over and over and over again.
Actually, I'm not going to wait for the timer. I'm going to give an alternate Grusk character name that I want you, that whoever gives this alternate name, and I'll tell you the name in a second, can get this prize. Either the name of the governor or the name of the lighthouse keeper. I want you to know that. Okay, Darden Obscuro, you get it. Vishpop is the guy's name.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Just need to type that into the channel there, if you don't mind. Darton Obscuro, is that your character name in game? If it is not, whisper me in game. Unless you want to put your character name up on the Twitch. So just an opportunity if you don't want to broadcast that. But we need to make sure that we have. Okay, great, good. Okay. So then we'll go ahead and get that out to you as part of the prizes. Let me throw out some stuff here.
Okay. I posted that in our little channel. So now we know, our team knows to not give that to me and instead give it to you. And did he say it's the same name in the game?
Yes, he did.
Okay, good.
Okay, so yeah, we had a recent request to sell buckets of water on the cooking merchant, and I believe that's something that we're not looking to do at this point.
Yeah, we are not looking to do that.
Let's see.
I posted the actual name of Grusk Governor in the Twitch chat. For those people
there you go.
He is mentioned somewhere in the game. Probably not prominent enough. I only mentioned him because Steven mentioned his name before in this Twitch thing. So, but
actually, I just got somebody asking me a question. I don't know if Zither is if you're listening to the stream. I just got a whisper in game asking me if I'm the same Ravalox who made the Elder Scrolls Online mods or add-ons, and yes, I am. I was involved in Elder Scrolls Online from the very, very beginning of Alpha all the way through. I was actually a member of the oh geez, now I'm not going to remember it. There was a private closed alpha group that was involved with that game and development, worked with the developers all through the entire process, and I was one of those. I was there with Wicked and a bunch of other. I think there was about 120 of us, yeah. Anyway, we Wicked and I were the first ones to write add-ons for the game, and get those published and everything. And I took over his add-ons in the end, and after a while, I had wanted to work with and play Shroud of the Avatar, but I ended up getting sucked into the ZeniMax stuff first, and after I was able to hand all that stuff off to Kalia, who I believe is still maintaining my add-ons, I shifted over to Shroud of the Avatar, and here I am. So let's see here. I don't. There was one other one that about chaotic feedback, and but that was answered actually in the game, and the answer wasn't posted here, so I don't know that answer. Some things I don't know. So actually, I don't think we have. It looks like all the other Ask devs that were actually asked in game have been answered and posted up on the forums.
Did you include in the one like why can't we just stack artifacts with the same name?
Oh, where is that one? I saw that, and
A little bit. And the short answer is they have individual stats, like durability. So if anything has individual stats at all, they cannot be stacked. They have to be identical in order to be stacked.
Right.
If it's separate, then they can't be stacked.
Yes, and that is posted
once
up
you
on
stack
the
them,
forums.
it would lose its unique stats. It would just get flushed. So that's why unique things can't stack.
Wrong place.
We have a little channel where we keep some of this information, and sometimes we respond to each other about it to discuss things. So scroll.
Yeah, I put a break line down below that, so that one is on the forums. If you scroll down, you'll see there's a break line that I put in there saying that I updated the Ask Dev Answers thread with everything. So everything above that is posted.
So it's on the thread, but I'm just spitting it out here because for redundancy, I guess.
Right. Okay, so here's one actually that I don't think has been answered yet. They said it may be a bug, maybe a wish list item. This is Genie UK. Why can't we teleport to town in siege status with zone scrolls, as in teleport to the sieging version of the town? So I'm not sure I completely understand it, or if we're saying that zone scrolls don't work when a town is in siege, or if basically the zone scroll is bypassing the siege and going directly into the town, which I guess is probably what would be expected. And
I remember when the program was setting that stuff up, he had a devil of a time trying to apply like unique IDs to siege scenes, so they knew both where you came from, like Novia or Hidden Vale, and then where you were going to a specific player-owned town or an NPC town, and potentially that was something. I mean, I guess it could have been oversight, but he struggled with it so much. I feel maybe it was something that couldn't happen easily. It would require like a whole bunch of new tech that wasn't on the docket.
Gotcha. Yeah. So basically, what I'm looking at, what I'm going to write down, I'm putting it in our channel, so that way when I update the forum thread, have the answer there. So zone scrolls bypass sieges, and it's intended, currently because the tech was an issue.
Actually,
right?
I don't really remember the start. I remember also that sieges completely blocked you from getting into a town. So potentially, did it happen ever? Because if it happened ever and was taken away, then it was intentional.
Yeah.
Because I know we took away some stuff, like we didn't want to force you into sieges at a certain point, where originally you had to go through a siege to get to a town under siege.
Right. Yeah, it's at one point it was changed where you're now presented with an option if you want to bypass it. So
yeah, there was so many ideas that were sorted through before it even sort of hit the live servers, or before it even hit the QA server. And I kind of half remember like all these sort of bits and pieces flying around when the program was doing stuff, because I worked with them to make the in-game, the actual siege situation happen with the different stages and setting up the NPCs to fire those catapults and stuff. and it was kind of it was complicated. It is complicated. And then we put those in. They would last for a few months, and then the team would say, you know what, we're gonna do this big change, and then the program going like, I gotta make this change, rah, rah, rah. And then I might have to also make some changes or coordinate with them on how it could work. And then a couple months later, somebody else will say like, yeah, you know what, we're not gonna have siege block anymore. And we'd be like, what the?
now,
Not that he didn't really do that, but in my mind.
if you think about it lore wise, if you're using a zone scroll, you're using a spell or some magic, teleportation that's going to bring you exactly into a spot within the town. So
yeah,
you're obviously out beyond the outskirts where the siege is.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that way. At least say it is. So. All right. I think that's all we got for today.
Yeah, I think we're good. We have in our little private live streaming channel, I put the note about who to give the other prize to. We did the 2 prizes, and we showed a sneak scene, and yeah, I think we're all done.
Okay, good. Let's just check to see what we got on the raid pile here. I'm assuming it would yell at me if I used the wrong channel name. All right, so we have a raid for Alpha Fish Stick.
Oh, nice. He was one of the first people in Castle Atos here. His name stood out to me. I don't remember seeing it before. Maybe I have, but I don't remember. I'm like, I like that name. I like it because it implies that there's other levels of fish sticks out there. But he's the alpha. He or she is the alpha.
Okay, we are ready to raid. Cross your fingers. All right, guys. Anyway, thanks for joining. Sorry about the audio problem at the end there. This was the 122nd monthly release of the game, and oh god, this is a lot of work. But looking forward to seeing you again at the end of February for the 123rd release. And of course, a reminder, we have that fashion show contest, the best dressed Outlander. That'll be on the 24th of February. And look on the forums for more information. I'll be posting that up probably Monday afternoon with details on how to sign up, where to go, what time we'll expect you to be there, categories, all that neat stuff. Okay? Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody.